Yo, what's good, YouTube? This your boy, Mr. YG82, coming at y'all with a deck profile. Not just any deck profile, one of my favorite decks. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Alright, y'all know it, Junk Doppel. One of my favorite decks. Go ahead and get it started real nice. Triple Junk Synchron, double quick draw Synchron, double Synchron Explorer. That's most of the engine right there. Of course, you got a known Synchron as well thrown in there. So that's pretty much a junk engine. So let's go ahead and get the engine out the way. I just added this guy, Quick Ball Hedgehog. He's going to do wonders in this deck for the simple fact of, I run a lot of tuners. There's a lot of times where I have tuners and, they have Veiler or whatever the case may be. So I'll definitely need a way to get, my synchro plays off. So this guy's definitely going to help out with that. All right, of course, it's called Junk Doppel for a reason. Because of this guy, he is broken. Him, along with a couple level ones like Spore, level leaders, and of course, you can't run Spore without Dandy. Dandy is just so amazing. So let's go ahead and get those guys out of the way real quick. Coming in with, some of the other key cards in the deck. Plague Spreader. Anytime I got like tokens or something on the field, or I mind control their monster, and I've already used my normal summon, I can just stack for this guy, bring him out, go ahead and do some shenanigans with him. Of course, the big guy in the deck, BLS, he wins games by himself. You drop him next to Quasar or any of the other big synchros, you're pretty much pushing for games, so he definitely wins games. Gores. Gores wins games as well. Gotta have some game winners in here, especially when you're not running too much, you're not running any back row and stuff like that. So Gores definitely helps out with the cause, keeps you in the game. And of course, this is my defense of the deck. Trag, I usually keep a hand until I get ready to go off. So he's going to sit there, 24, 3,000, usually, just sitting there, allowing me to build up my hand or get the necessary cards I need to go off, as well as get rid of some pesky monsters on the field. Now, for the meta, these guys are great. I've been running them to make those big low 8 synchros and stuff like that, but now that Gigia, Machina, whatever, all those are machines. Then you also got Zen Mains, the Carrier. This guy is really versatile. He allows you to just pretty much take that, make Chimera attack, and just, you got a free +1 right there. Now, the meta doesn't really call for triple Veiler anymore, but with my deck, I'm usually holding stuff in my hand. I don't run any physical traps, so hand traps is how I get by. So triple Veiler definitely works. And of course, my draw engine. Gotta have the cards. Zooming on them. Him along with the Formula Synchron allow me to draw extra cards and stuff like that real fast. Then, of course, Maxi. Running Maxi and card in the same deck. Maxi is too good for the meta right now. Yeah, it's about to get reprinted. I'll talk a little bit more about Maxi in a different video, but Maxi is really good. It stops your opponent cold with a lot of their plays, as well as allows you to get, quick little +2, +1, whatever the case may be, just to set you up for the next turn. Now, of course, the search end of the deck, tuning. Use these to search out my engine that I started out with the video with, as well as reinforces the army. It allows me to search my Doppel, my junk, a lot of different stuff like that. So, search cards. Now, you got the staples right here. What deck don't run these 3 cards? Let's be realistic. Then, of course, 2 MSTs. Foolish Burial. Avarice. Avarice put back all my synchros and remake them and do a whole bunch of other shenanigans. Avarice is so good. Mind Control. Again, I'm running so many tuners. Mind Control just allows me to just... Oh, is that a level 4? Let me get that. Let me make, let's see, Summon Junk Synchron, get back a level 2 or level 1. Let me make an 8 or 7, 6, whatever level I need at that time. So he definitely, Micro definitely helps. And since I'm only running 2 MSTs, I mean, with no traps, my favorite tech, Noble Extermination. I mean, there's not much you can really say against this card with a deck with no traps. I mean, you hit the Solemn Judgment, the Torrential. I mean, everybody's running 2 Solemn Judgments, 2 Torrentials. I mean, everybody's not running 2 Mirror Forces yet, but Mirror Force, everybody's definitely running Deep Prism. So you hit Deep Prism on any of those cards, that's an automatic +1. You take one off the deck, and that's one less thing you have to worry about. So it's definitely a good thing to know, hey, my opponent doesn't have any Solemns left in their deck because I've Noblemaned it. So that's the main deck, 42 cards if you guys didn't know. So definitely, it's jam-packed. There's nothing I can really take out. Let's go ahead and get started with the extra deck. Go ahead and get these tokens out the way. All right. Of course, Formula Synchron, Armor Arm, Dark Diviner. Shout out to Speedy Steve, 2448. He is amazing. That's where I got this idea from. I mean, yeah, I run Plague Spreader as well as Max C, so I can make it with those 2 monsters. But usually I make them with Junk Synchron and Level Leader. So I have 2 different ways to make him, but he is amazing. He's my built-in Spirit Reaper. He's my, I don't know what to make. I just make this guy. Staple. Allied of Justice Catastor. Allows him to get off a lot of those big non-dark monsters off the field. Junk Warrior, level 5. He helps tremendously with my Quasar play. He's the first guy I make. I'll show that in a different video because unlike the last videos where I put it at the end, I'm going to do a whole different video with just the Quasar combo so that way it'll be easy access, allow you guys to, you know, go back and review it and make sure you guys are up to date and caught up as far as how to make Quasar. Of course, any Synchro deck, staple, TG Hyper Liberian, Drill Warrior, MVP of the extra deck other than Dark Diviner because he is amazing. Like with Insectors coming back, he is amazing. You loop him against Insectors that's not at full strength now. With Valor, it's over. Like you just keep getting back Valor and every turn you Valor and run over the monster. Valor, run over your monster. Valor, run over your monster. Amazing. And I mean, you can do so much other stuff with him as well. They can't Torrential, they can't Bomb. This is this guy coming back. They can Warning, but usually by that time it's already too late. Black Rose, staple. Let's go ahead and get those out the way. Junk Archer. Now, I chose this guy over Nitro Warrior and Berserker and all those other guys because I went to my team. I was like, hey, I want to run Nitro Warrior, but I want you guys to help me. We got Nitro, we got Archer, we got Destroyer, as well as Berserker. And everybody was just like, well, I want to run a 7, so, you know, Destroyer kind of got kicked out right off top. So everybody was just like, Archer, Archer, Archer. I had one person say, oh, you should run Nitro, he's so beast. But I was just like, Archer's the weakest one in the set. But with all these Exceed monsters out there, you bring him out, oh, you got his Zen mains? Oh, get naked. Go out of play, come back, no Exceed material. Real nice. All right, Road Warrior. Amazing, sets up a lot of combos. He's another part of that amazing Quasar combo, as well as the first one, Formula Synchron, just so amazing. Scrap Dragon. Need to say any more. I mean, he's a staple. And with Level Leader in his deck, Scrap Dragon plus Level Leader equals a lot of destruction. Moving on. Stardust, of course, a staple. I mean, it's Stardust, guys, in the Synchro deck. Then you got, I know I run in the Ghost. I should run OTs or something so you can see him. Shooting Star Dragon. I mean, he's coming out. I usually don't make him, but he definitely comes out off this guy's effect. Shooting Quasar. The reason I made this deck, he is so amazing. Actually, I take that back. He's not the reason I made this deck. I made this deck before he came out. He just came out and just made it that much better. So, he's a win condition by itself. You drop him, that's pretty much game usually. Let's go ahead and get to the last card of the extra deck, Chimera Fortress. I mean, like I said, in this meta, Chimera Fortress is amazing. Free +1 allows you to clear monster off your opponent's field, maybe 2 or 3, depending on what you're playing against, and gets you a free, 2,000 beater, 3,000, whatever the case may be. Yeah, they can Veiler it, cool, whatever. You still clear their monster off. That's what matters. So, let's move on. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. I'm going to do a little bit of the side deck, guys. I'm not going to do the whole thing because everybody has their own side deck choices. But I'm going to show you a couple of mine because I do side some synchros. Ancient Fairy Dragon. So amazing against Dark Worlds, as well as Gravekeepers and stuff like that. Colossal Fighter. He was main deck, but Chimera Tech kind of said, hey, it's my turn to shine. So Chimera Tech's in there now. Prohibition. So amazing. I mean, this one card can shut down whole decks. Dark Worlds, called Grapha. Shoot, even against my deck, you just play this and call Junk Synchron. Oh, you just killed half of my plays. My special tech favorite, Lightning Vortex. Allows me to get those level leaders, those Quibble Hedgehogs, or whatever the case may be, in the grave, as well as take out your field and allow me to go off free without having to worry about getting over a big monster or something. And like I said in my other video, Thunder King, he runs the format. You're behind the curve if you're not maining or siding this guy. So definitely Thunder Kings and Decrees. I run no traps, but I'm going to side these in against those trap-heavy decks. So, I mean, it works. Chain Burn, Get Out of Here, a lot of different decks that just slows down the stun decks. But that's enough talking. You guys seen the deck. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys rate, subscribe. And like I said, this is Mr. YG82 signing out. Catch you later, YouTube.